I want to thank Deputy Shortall and Deputy Penrose for tabling this motion here tonight. And I think there's been enough ideas thrown out already for the Minister of the Taoiseach across the way to sort out the crisis if she's been listening to what has been said. But let me say that we have over 350,000 unemployed at the present time, 200,000 increase in 2 years, in the space of 2 years. And that has gone up from 327,000 in January. So we have almost double the rate of increase in the last month. So while we've had an average of 10,000 per month, we are now double that, or 12,000 per month. We are now accelerating up to double that at this point in time. So I don't see that there'll be any likelihood of it not reaching the 450,000 by the end of the year that the Taoiseach mentioned there a little while ago. And really, Taoiseach, that we wouldn't be going down the road of a new mini-budget next month, where we're seeking to plug a hole in the exchequer figures of 4 billion, if we didn't have those 200,000 unemployed, because that is roughly the same amount as it's costing for tax forgoing and social welfare payments and other secondary benefits that are lost to the exchequer because we have 200,000 unemployed in the last 2 years. So clearly, job creation, job retention, job support is at the key to the economy. That's where the hole is. That's where the hole has to be plugged, and that's where the initiative should be at this point in time. And what Deputy Shortall said there at the outset, that you do not have a national jobs plan. That's outrageous. At this point in time, we're so long into the crisis and we still don't have a coherent national jobs plan. The first thing should be to prevent jobs being lost. We've loads of suggestions there. I won't go over them again, except to add one to them, and that is the flexicurity one, which is a major part of the Lisbon strategy in the European Union. And that provides a whole new approach to flexible work practices, options that are family-friendly and that provide security at the same time, with supports from the European Union there. So that's another one that we can throw into the mix. But the one that I'd like to emphasise most is again another initiative from the European Union. And that's the whole area of cash flow for the small and medium enterprises. You know that 6 months ago, Taoiseach, the European Investment Bank, at the summit in October, the heads of state put together a €30 billion fund for all the member states to inject into small and medium enterprises in their country. And yet, as far as we can gather, the Irish financial institutions haven't called down one penny of this. We're told that they're going to do it. They're going to put structures in place to do it. 6 months after the event. How come we're starving our small and medium enterprises of cash flow? And more than anything else, as Deputy Penrose says, that's the lifeblood of employment. If there is no cash flow, how do you cope? How do you function? How do you keep going? And we've put all that money into guarantees for the banks. We've put all of the money into recapitalisation, but we can't put a penny into cash flow. Perhaps the Anglo-Irish Bank that we have nationalised, perhaps that could be used as a vehicle for calling down that money and injecting it into the economy where it's much needed at this level, small and medium enterprises. Something has to be done about that. There's money out there. Grab it, Minister, and use it, and try and ensure that jobs are not lost in that respect. I really believe that there should be a survey of all businesses, big and small, throughout the country. The state should have a database so that intervention should take place where it is needed, when it is needed, so that a company just doesn't go to the wall like SR Technics, and here we are left carrying the can. Or Wedgwood, or any of the other companies now that are being threatened. We need to know well in advance. We need to know the supports that they need. We need to know what intervention mechanisms are necessary to try and keep those companies going in this time of crisis. Could I say, and I know that time is running out.
For 9 minutes, Deputy.
9 minutes, just give me another minute. In terms of what I heard on the radio today, the NCI, the National College of Ireland, they're announcing 300 places for the unemployed. I don't think many people in this House know that the National College of Ireland has got its capacity capped at 8,500. The government will not allow it to recruit more people, more students, and it recruits largely from the local area. And this would be ideal for it. And as Deputy Penrose says, in the context of DIT, there's DIT out there waiting. They're all their colleges, all their 8 faculties waiting to be used if the Minister was to use them. And the final point is, in my own constituency, Jervis Street Training Centre. 30% of all the employment services in this country goes through Jervis Street and Villiers Street. What are you doing? Closing down Jervis Street. There's going to be no new training service in Jervis Street because of a row with the landlord. Now the landlord is offering on very good terms, is making an offer to the department, but the department is not prepared to accept it. So why can't you go and do a job on that and make sure that there is adequate services, employment services and training services there? Thank you.
Deputy.